Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're bringing you another short tutorial. We're looking at left stick today. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep these a little bit briefer. I know I focused really heavily on some of the fundamentals, some of the longer tutorials, so we'll try some shorter ones. Maybe these are a little more digestible. I know some of the excitements for the game has died down a little bit, so I think a lot of people are maybe more used to it and maybe looking for just quicker tips as well and all that. So that's what these are designed for. Just simpler things to integrate into your game. I've really only got two things to talk about on the left stick. It does feel worse recently post-patch. They didn't say they nerfed it, and I kind of want to believe them. It's been the heaviest gameplay of the year recently, so it could absolutely just be inconsistent gameplay with more people on the servers or whatever is the result of that. EA's bad coding for all that stuff. But the left stick does feel worse. I do feel like I'm getting worse animations. People are also just playing more defensive. That's all partially a result of the gameplay being bad, as people are just ensuring their defense is decent, you know. But I've really only got two main things to talk about for the left stick. I think the responsiveness is pretty good this year. Generally speaking, it depends on, it depends on that gameplay. But the first thing, I'm just going to show you straight on the screen. Don't do this. Don't dribble with the ball. Like, this is on Campos. If you've seen my player review, this is the best left stick in the game I've used yet this year. Do not dribble face up, no matter what you do. Do not dribble like this, because I will just lose the ball like fairly quickly. You see, I'm walking in front of them, I'm walking into them, and the tackle is so easy for them to make. Like, there we were kind of able to get away, and then I just walk right into them. I'm not really gaining anything, but the ability to step to the side does not exist with the left stick. You can't really do like that much, you know? It's just too slow. You see I get tackled there? That has to be a skill move. You're doing, oh, it doesn't come off in time. That has to be a La Coqueta or a roulette or something to get into that, whatever skill move you want to do, to get into that space. Do you see how unsuccessful the left stick's been? I don't think I need to show you more examples. You want to see what's good with the left stick? Keep your back to the opponent. This is what people are complaining about with the, they call it fidget spinning, or, you know, what people were doing with Pina. If I do this for like a year, I'm never gonna lose the ball. And this is the benefit of Press Proven Plus and a good body type. So yeah, like even in that case, I got a foul. Whereas when the ball's face up in front of them, you know, they're actually able to get the ball back from you. If they do the tackles from behind, you gotta keep in mind this year, the tackles from behind, like I can't even walk through there. The tackling from behind is nerfed, almost like nerfed to the ground. So if you've just got your back to the opponent, they're not getting the ball here, you know? Not to mention, like, I'm not an LT user. Partially, I think, because I use weaker cards. I think the press proven there. You would think maybe the fielding would work. I just tried it in that case, and, you know, I still got muscled off. It depends if they use Bruiser or not. LT is good. It's not in my repertoire. You can use it, and I would probably be better if I did, but it's not really for me. You see, if I just keep my back to the opponent, they're not going to lose the ball at all. Or I'm not going to lose the ball at all, excuse me. I'm able to just do this forever. And eventually, I'm going to gain spots with it, too. Like, we're going to try to... Like, when I was face up, I wasn't really getting by the opponent. It was too slow and all that. But here, I'm just dragging them around, and you see I'm actually getting into space. Like, their whole defensive AI is moving around. We're opening up little pockets, and you're just able to hold the ball like this. So that's the thing on the left stick. There's some creativity to add to it. So, of course, you can do, like, one touch up to try to drag them away. You do want to do your best to, again, keep your back to it, though. So if you can move the left stick maybe a little bit, like, diagonally down left here. Or in this case, diagonally up left. Ooh, like that. That way you're just keeping your back to the opponent. Because if I do it where I'm still face up, diagonally down right here, I'm just presenting the ball to them. In that case, it was a weirdly heavy touch. I didn't think it should have been. But we lost it because we just presented it to them. So whatever you can do to keep your back to the opponent. And then here's where you integrate your skill moves. You know, drag them across one way. He's a 3-star skiller, so there's not much I can do with him. Maybe we'll get it to Grealish for once this game. You know, now you've dragged them away. Now you get your benefit with the skill move, right? So that's what we're trying to do with the left stick. Make sure your back's to the opponent. And two, I mentioned pockets somewhere in there. The pockets are super important. It's pockets of space for me this year. It doesn't quite work for the AI. Because they're not going to be quite aggressive enough. But you see here, I'm kind of surrounded by 3 players. Eventually I ran out of room because I failed what I was talking about keeping my back to them. I presented the ball. I want to mention really quickly on that. It's annoying that the L2-R2 is gone. The L2-R2 allowed us to dribble face up. I used to be able to walk at somebody, and the L2-R2 was this agile dribbling where you could do this. Yeah, like we just don't, it doesn't exist anymore this year. I guess Trickster, I guess the L1 strafe is what's replaced it, because L1 is still face up. But you see how slow this L1 is? It's really choppy too. It's better if you have a Trickster Plus player. That's what increases. The L1 is called strafe dribbling. Trickster Plus increases the strafe. But if you don't have it, L1's just not worth using. But it means we just don't, like, it's not working. But it means we just don't have a way to face up to the opponent. Like, everything I do is just my back to them, or I'm just doing skill moves. If I want to be face up, I'm doing, like, one of the explosive type skill moves like I've mentioned. But in other situations, I'm just keeping my back to them, like, no matter what. I really wish we had a strafe dribble, or even, like, shot cancels, if that could replace it. Shot cancels are probably the best, like, I know they're a skill move, but the best non-actual skill move, like, face-up dribble. But you see it's still not working for me. It's frustrating this year. I wish L2R2 had a chance of being returned. We might talk about tech in a future video, but tech's been nerfed at the moment, so there's nothing really to discuss there. Just unless you're in, like, massive open space and you think tech works for the spacing of things, don't use tech right now. Don't use that R1 controlled sprint. It's not worth it. But two, okay, so to get on to, it's the pockets. We're like, here, you see there's this little bit of space where it's like 4 or 5 yards for most of their players, and then the one AI is being aggressive. But like, this is a pocket here. We're just staying in these little gaps between multiple of their players, right? But then if I move in like here, you kind of move away from the pocket, you know what I mean? So you go from having that benefit of there being, you know, 2, 3, 4 yards of space in any direction to you getting closed down, you know, less than 2 yards, let's say. That's when it's really vulnerable. That's when the AI can tackle you from behind. That's when the opponent starts using second man press. And that's when they defend you with one player and you have to turn away from that player. I wonder if I can get an example. You should be able to get the idea, at least, if I can get the ball back. Of like, if I turn away from this guy and into the other center back, then you get tackled. It's a really slow example, but you get the idea. So you want to maintain enough distance from everybody where you're able to turn away from one guy and not immediately go into the next one. So those little pockets are super powerful. They're also really good for the passing lane, and that's what I'm finding myself to do more right now. Use the left stick to kind of drag somebody out, threaten this pocket, I'll turn around, but now I'm still in enough space to make a killer pass. Now you're in a pocket here, you drag the AI out again, like that's what you're doing. So I've got examples, we're going to cover this, right? Let me get the tab pulled up here. I do forget which is which. We've got a couple brief ones. Like I say, I'm keeping these videos shorter. So this is the keeping the back to the opponent, and then, like I say, I'm just using that space to do passes now instead of some of the dribbling. It is a little bit unfortunate. We'll cover this one again. So you see, that's Sergio Busquets behind me, I believe. No, it's Reinders. Never mind, had that wrong. But Ocampo, and again, this is the benefit of Ocampos. This is the benefit of a good body type, high dribbling, with a finisher added to him, with press proven plus. All of that is contributing to this. This is why I like Campos. I'm able to hold the ball here, whereas with Messi, I don't think I'd be able to in the same way. It's just the back to them. There's nothing they can do. Obviously, Reinders doesn't have Anticipate or anything like that. But now I've pulled a CDM. Let's see where Reinders starts. I don't think this is actually off the kickoff, right? I went back too far. Yeah. But Reinders starts as like, I think this is a 4-5-1 opponent. So he's center mid in the 4-5-1. And we've pulled him all the way outside. And that's where this passing angle comes from. Same thing here. I've got my back to the opponent. We're doing the same thing. It's like, come step to me. Try to pull yourself out of position. Get Araujo out. He only has to move a little yard up or two. Now I've created a little separation. We get Foden in. There's the goal. So that's what I'm doing right now. Get your back to the opponents. Get to these little pockets. Because you're a distance away from the opponents. This one's back. Because you're a distance away from the opponents, they have to step to you. And if they don't, you're just in 3 or 4 yards and you can do a pass. The passing is good enough this year where you're able to get that advantage. Same thing here. I'll let this clip play once. We get a little bit more creative with some of the skill moves. But let's show what we're talking about here. So Oscar Bob, it's a little body feint here. Or ball roll into, I think, a body feint I do. Yeah, body feint late. But it's still the back. Yeah, it's Ethan Wanyeri, I believe is the opponent's card here. But Oscar Bob's got his back to him. Good body type, 90 dribbling. You know, good player there. But no press proven. We're still able to get on through. Obviously, again, it's against Nwaneri, not the best defender. But that's where the spacing comes from. We pull his left mid all the way out of position. I'm not sure. Maybe this player's supposed to be the CM there. But however it's working, No, Nwaneri, I guess, is a CM in this game, and that's Kvaratskhelia, maybe? Anyway, he's pulled the CM all the way out of position then, and we're getting the same benefit. Now I've got space in the middle. Get it to Grealish. This is nice, because what I'm trying to do, I do want to get into this space up here, but I don't quite have the gap, and so what I'm trying to do is encourage Araujo to move back down. So what I don't actually want to encourage Araujo to come back here first, because this turn back is going to be easier. If you do 1-2, it's going to be pretty easy. But if you do 1-2-3, it's going to be harder. And so what I'm doing here is a little fake. This skill move makes it look like I'm going back down this way. So like I said, 1-2. We get Araujo to come all the way back down this way. You'll watch that jockey on over, right? And then it's a much longer step all the way back across. So we'll watch it here. See if I can get the timing to speak on this. 1, 2, 3. Or I'll say it differently here. Up, down, up. And then he's so exposed. You watch as the AI, probably because they're marked by Foden. I think if Foden's not here, the AI tracks a little bit better. So you get, like, sometimes the dribbling is dependent on your attacking AI and how the defensive AI marks all of them. But the one center back doesn't follow. So just manually, because he's controlling Araujo, I get him vulnerable, I get him susceptible. We do a nice little fake dribble into, and the reason this final skill move, this final directional nutmeg works so well is because there's so much spacing there. This is the pocket I'm talking about. Like, we're in enough of a pocket, the center mids aren't behind me, so we've got all this threatening space. And I've just used that to open up even more space to get somewhere else to get into. Not entirely an example on the left six dribbling some of that skill moves, but same thing here. We've got this little pocket. And we turn there as well. That's, again, I'm using the left stick. I feel like it's really simple right now. I just keep my back to the opponent. Just completely turn away from all of them. And I'm just going... The space was here the whole time, if we actually go back a little. The space is here. Like, this is where the pocket is. But as this one defender... Whoever this is, I don't know. But as this one defender comes all the way across... That's Adrian Rabiot, I guess. Like, you can watch as the space goes from a little bit congested... Like, it's not a great defensive shape, but it's not like I can go back here, right? But then Rabiot just moves here and opens up, like, all the space in the middle. So watch here. Like, space is only back here to go back into, which isn't that effective to attack into, but because he's sprinting all the way back, now there's all the space, right? So just that little delay. But again, I get my back to them. They can't tackle it from you this year. Their tackle from behinds, like I say, those just don't work. So you're able to hold on to the ball just about guaranteed. And now I've got all this threatening space. Where I wish the left stick were better right now, because I'd do a skill move, or I'd left stick with Grealish, or I'd sprint, or I'd tech dribble, or I'd do anything. Because I should be able to just get this finesse shot in, right? You think from that angle, okay, it's Grealish, he's on a finisher, he's got finesse base for the playstyle, you would think. But no, I'm like, the game's slow enough here, where I've got to make the extra pass. And so here with Pulisic, it's a threatening move up. And I just use my back again. It's another little, it's just, you see the same thing over and over and over. That's how I'm dribbling. You know, you do this little 270, 360, whatever. Back to the opponent. There's your turnaround. It's basically just a version of shield without using shield. Got a couple more clips here. I think this is a better example of the pocket. So this was Vitinha. Like, the problem I think a lot of people have with the left stick is they'll take Vitinha. It's better if I'm like a frame earlier. Not a frame, a couple frames. Here, I think a lot of people would be like, okay, this is the spot for Vitinha to be like aggressive. And yeah, he's tech plus. You would hope he'd tech here. Maybe they fix that. But beyond that, like, a lot of people will turn this way and face the ball up. You remember the, start of this video, I was playing the offline amateur AI for the Moments game mode, and every time I turned this way, even with Campos, I was losing the ball. Don't turn like this. I think that's the mistake people are making, is they go, left stick's really good this year, let me use it and let me get, like, front up, let me face up, let me, you know, put the ball in between me and them, and then I'll be able to use the left stick to get away. No, not this year, unfortunately. I wish it was. We had the tools last year, and they took one of them away with that agile dribbling, the L2R2. So, instead of turning forward with Vitinha, we turn back away and watch that AI. He stepped up with all his players there. I think both of his center backs. He's second man pressing with him. He manually stepped with him most of the out of the way. And at least this year, the attacking AI is a little bit better than last year's for getting into this space. So Campos drifts back in. He's like barely even moving, but it's enough. Like you see, he's slightly moving up. He should be getting in there better, but whatever. It's good enough. We get the goal there. So that's the creative way to use this the left stick right now. Let's see what we do here. Oh, this is an example. This is why I think the left stick's worse now. But again, I can't attribute that for 100% sure to the patch. I wish I could. This is exactly what Inception's saying, and I'm agreeing with him. I want to say this is the recent patch. That's what, like, the reactive, you know, oh, the game is worse now. There's got to be a reason for it. That's the emotion I'm going through right now, is like, oh, what have they done with this beautiful game? It was so responsive. Or, like, remember week 1 and people were posting clips and videos on, like, you know, tap, 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 tap. You're just like tapping the A button and doing ticky passes, and it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like how responsive that was, and nobody's doing that anymore. The responsiveness does really feel like it's a bit gone with the game, but you're still able to get some nice stuff to work. This is a short corner, so we're not calling this nice stuff per se. You see how heavy he is on these turns? Like, the first touch is fine. This I'm not concerned about. That being a heavy touch to turn around, that's okay. I mean, better cards in the future will do this better. If you have like a press-proven team of the season Grealish with 96 dribbling, you know, it'll be different. But for now, like this touch, it's okay. The defenders aren't super meta either, so they can't turn around in time there. But the problem I have is the next 2 touches. So like this one, yeah, heavy to turn on, fine. 1, 2, like he barely gets the ball out of his foot right there, right? Like I'm wanting to get him to the perfect finesse angle at that like 45 degree. I want his body to be facing like this way to take that shot, and I feel like that's pretty easy, but instead he like faces up this way to take the finesse, which is not what I'm looking for. And that's why I'm like, some of the animations, like I posted that whole Grealish review on like, this is the best left stick card I've used yet in the game, and now I'm like, is he worth being in the team? Look at what he does here. You see that responsiveness, and then he gets the ball perfectly set. I know this is a different example without like the same turnaround. This is one of the few times I'm like actually face up with the opponent, and it works. And maybe pre-patch with the responsiveness, whether that was patch or just inconsistent heavy gameplay, I don't know. But maybe pre-patch I'd be making a video a little bit more like this, like how to actually turn this way instead of have your back to the opponent. But here I'm doing the, like, now I'm recommending the slower, methodical, you just do like this to get there. Or pre-patch, like, yeah, you could kind of get like that little zigzag to work, and you could just face the ball up, so... I'm not sure what to attribute it to, but this is what I've got for you right now. I think the left stick, be safe with it. You know, you're not looking to left stick opponents to death. You're looking to left stick opponents to pass them to death is kind of how I'm playing right now. I've even watched like a Wild Alien, and some of his clips seem more passing related than like dribbling related. It depends on the game he's playing, but you know, the other main dribbling YouTube focus YouTuber that I know of, and like his gameplay does seem, he seems to be utilizing his offense different post-patch. So again, this could be a couple things. Could be people being better at the game now. Obviously, like week 1, week 2, if we had that responsiveness right now, well, people would still be better defenders. So it's hard to say. Could be inconsistent gameplay. Could be the patch. Could be the sequence of patches we've had. You know, maybe it was partially worse the patch before this one. It could be... People say it's the jockey buff. Like, the reason I'm personally not saying is, like, I can go through, like, clip after clip after clip here, I believe, with Grealish. Let's see. What other examples do I have with the left stick? Not there. I haven't got any others prepared, but I feel like I can just... Like, that's not the animation I wanted from him, but it still works out super well. You see this, like, the multiple touches he's getting there? Sets it up really nice for the finesse. Boom, 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 boom. He's heavy as he's turning his own body. I think maybe I like his unique body type, but it is taller, it's a little heavier. If this was Dabinia, you know, maybe it's more responsive, or somebody shorter with a higher agility stat or whatever. But like his own body's not moving like super responsively, but the ball is, and his touches are. Like he's getting lots of touches on the ball. It's just he himself is heavier. Does that make sense? So as we take a look here, it's going to be this, like, boom, 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 boom. He's got, like, 1, 2. The ball's getting out of his foot, like, really quickly with multiple touches. And I feel like as we watch the current... Was it this clip, I think? It's not this clip. It's the one before. This will be the final thing we cover here. Is it this one? It's not this one. Where did it go? It was this one, I believe. No, it wasn't. What am I doing? Hold on. It had to be it was the one before, right? I'm sorry, I'm losing my mind. This video is already longer than I meant it to be, but it's like boom, 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 and then there's the shot. You see just the hesitation, the delay, whether that's an animation difference or whatever. The ball's not getting out of his foot. Again, like I say, he's heavier, but he himself looks like he's moving fine. He's just getting less, like he's moving the same, but there's less touches on the ball. And that's why I'm like, the left stick, I want to say it's the patch because I feel like the touches on the ball are just different in a way that's differently attributable to inconsistent, like normally inconsistent gameplay feels like it's heavy on the controller. I don't feel like it's heavy on the controller in the same way I feel like it's heavy on the animations, but that's hard to communicate. That's kind of a guttural feeling when I've just developed over time of playing this game. But I'm still, I can't attribute it to anything. I don't know what it is. But for now, this is how I'm left sticking. Hopefully I get to put out another video on like higher skilled versions of left stick in the future on, you know, doing multiple cuts or doing like many moves at once, or, you know. There are definitely times, like I mentioned, I'm doing like oh, you're moving this way, and then you go, oh, one little fake touch, like it's barely, your player barely even moves, but they look like they move. It's just like that. But I'm barely doing that at the moment, because I just feel, again, like the jockey, yeah, it follows it quicker, but I can't say it's that. I feel like the player themselves isn't moving the same, so I don't know. Hopefully some of the responsiveness gets fixed, and I get to put out some more videos like this. Beyond that, for now, I think this is just what I've got on the left stick, so hopefully you have enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Get to me with any questions in the comments. And yeah, I'll catch you all in one here soon. Peace.